Hey guys, what's going on? Obviously it's me, Pagey here. Sorry if you can hear noise, like literally just as I've started to stream, there's two dogs barking their heads off and there's a truck or something outside. I don't know if that truck is meant to be for me. It seems to be right outside my house. Hold on, actually give me 2 seconds. I know I should have maybe waited, but give me 2 seconds just to have a quick look out the window. Okay, guys, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know. The truck was just randomly outside my house, just sitting there, almost like he was about to come in and murder me. Really weird. Anyway, everyone, welcome to the stream. Sorry about that random interlude at the beginning. Sorry. Let me know if all my like microphone is correct, if you can hear me properly and all of that. Hopefully it should all be good. I think I've said it. I had to like reset everything, but I think I've got it back to how it should have been. Welcome everyone coming into the chat. Hello Yusuf. Hello Victor. Hello. Was it Layla? Is that how I think Layla is probably the correct way to pronounce that. So welcome everyone that's coming to the stream. Well, I'm Super Cooper. I said Super Cooper for a second or something. We are Pagey. Jake Paul versus Deji. Is that a laughing emoji? I think it's a laughing emoji. Guys, tell Pagey to check his tweets. They mentioned Apartment 4 is in Season 3 of The Flash. I'm guessing that's the video of the musical crossover. I've seen that a couple of times in comments. Videos slow, words faster. Is that happening? I think that's what's happened sometimes at the beginning of streams and it fixes itself up. My lean cost more than your rent? What, your prescription cough medicine? But hopefully everyone's having a good day. Yeah, it'd be like what? Be like if you're in the UK or Europe or anywhere, it must be like middle of the night or something. But if you're in America, I'm guessing it's like early evening, if not maybe like 6 o'clock or something. Yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. Obviously, if you've been here before, you know this, but if you are new, which would happen in some cases, just be nice and civil in the chat. Don't start World War III. Just have a good time in the stream while we're streaming. Obviously, hold on, okay, sweet. If you want to help support the channel or support the stream, whatever you want to call it, you can super chat, which will allow you to get your question 100% answered or your comment 100% read out, and you can do that by clicking like it's like a little dollar emblem down near where you type normally. It's just under that, or you can click the link at the top of the description, which does say streamlabs.com/Pagey, where you can donate through those means as well. It's 5:58, 3:59 p.m. and you're in Las Vegas. Okay, so yeah, so I'm guessing it'd be like 7 o'clock in New York and East Coast and stuff. Page, you get the We Are the Flash tattoo. Well, it's winning the poll. I thought it'd just be a meme option, but I didn't think it'd be winning the poll. I thought it'd be second though. So, I don't know. Bit worried, not gonna lie. It'd be funny though. If I did get We Are the Flash tattoo, it'd be like small. It wouldn't be big. Because technically I wouldn't be lying. I'm not saying I'm getting it, a massive one. Because my thought was like, that's my left wrist. So my thought was that I'd get like, where is it? I'd get like, it'd be on like this left wrist essentially, because if I wanted to cover it up, I can just put my watch on. But essentially it'd be like the Flash symbol and then like the green arrow, sort of like arrow logo from the comics. Like there's nothing, you could get the one on the show, but I prefer the one from the comics. It looks better. And then they're like on each side of my wrist. So one's there, one's there. I don't know which one would be on what side. And then I could probably put like on the side where the Flash symbol is, I probably could wear the Flash in like little writing or something like that. But yeah. Get a Flash emblem on your chest? No, I don't think that that'd be one of the cringiest things you could do. I've seen people get this, like the Superman one on their chest. I'm like, no, not a good look in my opinion. Why do I always have bedhead? I don't know. Just basically, I've had this on. Like I had this on before, and then I've like flicked it up. So that might be a reason why. But also, I shower at night. I don't shower in the morning because in Australia, I think you're a bit silly if you shower in the morning because it gets hot during the day. So it just makes sense to shower at night. So, yeah, I shower at night. How do I feel about the West Allen deleted scene? Well, I was going to post a tweet about it, but I thought, I'll stay off Twitter for that scene. It would have been hilarious, but I thought, no wonder it got deleted. That was going to be my response to it, but anyway. Did I watch KSI versus Logan Paul? Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. If people want to talk about that whole like KSI Logan Paul fight, because anyway, I'm interested because I think there's anyway. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second if people do want to talk about it. But let me know in the chat if you want to talk about it. Doug with the $2, get a Bieber tattoo. Actually, I wouldn't mind that to be completely honest. Maybe we can get like, I don't know, maybe Bieber can go on my thumb or something. So whenever I give a thumbs up, it's just Bieber there. It would wear off eventually, but it'd still be there for a while. Why do you sometimes delete your videos? I don't. They would probably be streams. These streams are only up while you're on, if that makes sense. I hope Earbud has to team with Barry for a common goal. Do you mean in like just overall and stuff like that? I wouldn't mind seeing something like that, but I think at the core you want to keep him a villain. Do you think Stephen Amell will be in future crossovers after Arrow ends? I'd be very surprised if he is. How's my day been? Well, it just ticked over 9 AM, so not much has happened really, to be completely honest. If Felicity says we are the Green Arrow, I'm quitting Arrow forever. Well, I highly doubt that's going to happen. Explain Nora's mistake. Nora's mistake is literally just traveling through time. The more interesting thing with Nora is her secrets, because she's going to have the mistake, which is, as we should all know, it's just going to be that she traveled through time. But her secrets are going to be the thing that makes you go, oh, okay, well, what are her secrets? I think one would have to definitely be the issue around her and Iris. But I'm hoping there's like maybe 3 or 4 or something like that. Alex with the $5. Thank you very much for that, Alex. What are your thoughts on a potential Earth 38 setting for the crossover? Will we meet the Earth 38 legends? Yeah, I don't know, because this crossover this season could be Earth 38, and we already know that none of the Legends characters are going to be there. It'd be interesting maybe if they do the crossover where maybe some of it's on Earth 38, some of it's on Earth 1 or something like that. But I'm guessing you might mean in the future, in future seasons, might I say. And maybe if they want to keep incorporating Superman, then I guess they could do that. Like that'd be a smart way. That you do want to have Superman there, just set it in Earth 38 and maybe introduce other versions of characters over there, or other superheroes that maybe you won't want to do a TV show on necessarily. But I don't mind the concept of that. Earth 38 Legends would be interesting, but if they do an Earth 38 Legends, they could just have like a different team. They can make it that Iris West is a speedster, don't shoot me, but she's on Legends, or Iris West has like fire eyes or something stupid like that. They could just do something weird with the Earth 38 Legends, and then maybe have the Legends that are on Earth 1 normally, maybe on Earth 38 they're completely different characters or something. But with the multiverse, there's, well, multiple opportunities and almost like unlimited things you can do. You can just swap in and change a lot of different things. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. Sorry, just let me scroll up while I was answering that question. Make sure you eat breakfast. I literally had like, I don't know if everyone's in Australia. I think it's in other countries, but I had basically a big glass of Milo because I don't really like eating in the morning. So I just had that. It's like a drink. It's like a chocolate sort of. It's like not chocolate, but it's like barley, like malted barley drink, but it sort of tastes like chocolate anyway. What are my thoughts on Batwoman? I'm looking forward to it. We don't really know too much about it. Like we're gonna have to wait till we see some actual photos and stuff. They should do a spin-off about the Accelerator Man. I wouldn't do a spin-off. I'd maybe have an episode with him, but I doubt it. There's no point. You already got the Flash. Like the Flash is gonna be more interesting than the Accelerator Man. It'd be a bit of a waste of a TV show, in my opinion. But I wouldn't mind seeing like a episode or two with him in it. you got to add anything to the background? It's a bit plain. I get this question all the time. It's because I'm literally only going to be in this place for a year. There's literally no point in me even trying to do anything in the back. Yeah, there's literally no point. It'd be a bit of a waste of time, to be completely honest. So, I can understand what you mean. It's just that, like, obviously, you might not have been here for previous streams, but like, this is like a temporary. Is accommodation the best? I only want to be in this place for a year, and then I'm going to move elsewhere. So there's no point in me doing anything in the background. You'll see when I start doing, when the shows come back and I have my reviews, you'll see the setup I have in there, but you'll see like why I've actually spent time, because it's small and you have to get what's in frame with the camera and get that set up so it looks interesting. But here I'd have to be putting stuff all over the walls and all that, so it's not really worth the hassle. Sorry, let me scroll up the thing. Donation through Thingo. Give me 2 seconds. Why is that flashing up white? Hold on, something weird's going on my computer. Okay, don't worry. Vix, once again, thank you very much for the generous donation of $50. Greatly appreciated for supporting the stream. And Vix says, you think Etrigan the Demon will appear on Legends? We'll answer that first. Maybe that's probably the most likely character, because, you know, it seems that they're dealing with like all that fantastical like myth, legends, and fairy tale stuff, but also they're dealing with some demonic stuff and just weird stuff going on in general. So they could bring in Etrigan. A lot of people are saying that maybe that character that's being cast, I talked about in yesterday's video, is Etrigan. I think they actually specified that it's going to be like a wolf creature. I think that's what they actually specified, so it won't be Etrigan. But we could get Etrigan in maybe like 1 or 2 episodes. I would be very surprised if we saw Jason Blood. If we saw Jason Blood up here in like the whole season, we might get an episode or 2 with him. But maybe being Etrigan the Demon, I think they do have like plans for him in the cinematic sort of stuff with Justice League Dark. So they might not be able to use him, but you know, it's possible. And then Vix also said, you think Roy returns as the bad guy? Maybe he was brainwashed by the Hunters, or a clone version. Well, Stephen Amell said that like no one's going to pick like what kind of Roy's coming into season 7. So it could be something like that. It could be, I don't know if it necessarily be a clone, but it could be some sort of like brainwashing, also almost like re-kicking of the Mirakuru or something like that, just to sort of turn it a bit weird. But the fact that Stephen Amell is saying that does get you thinking, because a lot of people think that he is that copycat Archer, which I think he is most likely going to be. But he could also be that in something else. So maybe there's a reason he's posing as that. But I'm interested to see what happens with Roy. It's probably the biggest question mark around Arrow Season 7, apart from maybe Felicity, and also like when Oliver's going to get out of prison, because he's still in there in episode 5. I think Cody Rhodes said he's in 5 episodes. So he said he's in 5 episodes, by the way. So that means maybe that Oliver gets out at the end of season 5, at the end of episode 5, sorry. And maybe that's like the breakout episode or something. I don't know, I have to wait and see. But yeah, Roy's definitely one of the big question marks going into season 7. But thank you very much for that, Vix. Greatly appreciated. So let me scroll up. Why is my mouse not working? There we go. Where is your cat? Don't have a cat, Ryan, mate. I think you might be dreaming. Flash Season 2 or Legends Season 2? I'll probably say Flash Season 2. There will be a new episode? What do you mean by that, Laltar? You might have to clarify what you mean by that. I'm not too sure what you mean. Would you like Constantine going solo again, or in a different show around him? If he went solo again, I wouldn't mind it, but just have a better writing team. The issue with the Constantine show is that it wasn't written that well. It was a bit boring. The only thing that was the thing that was good about it was Matt Ryan. Like, he really did carry that show, as you'd expect, seeing he was the main character. But he really carried that show. Like, he wasn't helped by what was actually happening in the show and stuff like that. So maybe they had a better writing team, then it could work. I think that show would work better on the CW, because it's a bit, you know, it's a bit like Supernatural, so they can make that work. So yeah, or maybe even like Netflix, but I think they'd want to probably make it CW if they did bring it back. What's my real name? My real name is Warstu. So, do I like Iris West? I like Iris West, I just hate her writing. In season 1 and 2, I liked Iris, but in season 3 and 4, her writing was just so bad. So I'm really hoping that in season 5, they just do something with her character. What do you think of Mon-El leaving Supergirl? I don't really care about it, to be completely honest. I think he needed to leave Supergirl, because whenever Mon-El was on screen, the show wasn't a focus on Supergirl. Like, I think he took away from Supergirl too much. I don't know why they wrote it that way. It was really weird. I don't even think he should have been in this season. I think they should have made it where he just had to leave Earth. I think he should have been a season 2 character, and it was just one of the things where he had to leave Earth. Because I think the way they wrote him off in season 3 was a bit lame. While I think the season 2 ending made sense. You know, they brought the lead so that Dexter might see that died or had to leave Earth. So it makes sense that Mon-El would have to leave Earth as well. I think that would have been a good way to write him out of the show. However, they brought him back just for the sake of it. Well, I guess to bring in the Legion of Superheroes, but I didn't think they played that big of a role in season 3 in regards to the story. And then the way he was written off was just a bit lame and just lazy. So I think in retrospect they might be thinking maybe we should just left it at season 2 and that was about it. Apartment 4 is inside Apartment 4. Leaked footage, not clickbait. Almost died. Police called. What's the other one? Almost, no, you already put almost died. What's the other one that people put in brackets? I can't remember. You're missing one, definitely there. Sub-Zolties. I can't remember what it's called. Hey, Pagey, tell me, do you think Roy will have his arm chopped off and have him cloned so that he'll become Arsenal? They might do the arm chop. I thought they might have done the arm chopping thing off like in a previous season. The cloning thing would be interesting and it might explain why Thigga's not there, but you know, there's mystery around Roy, as I said. Like Colton Haynes has said that Roy's different, and then Stephen Amell says like no one's picked it and stuff like that. So I'm intrigued, you know. Are you looking forward to the crossover with Batwoman? I am looking forward to it. I'm interested to see just how they handle it, and also I'm hoping it is what I think it's going to be, which is basically it's just those main characters in there, and the side characters really play like the most minor of roles. So you just got Superman, Batwoman, Supergirl, Flash, Green Arrow, and that's your core group. And then like you have like maybe Iris, Felicity Diggle, Cisco, Caitlin, and then maybe Alex Danvers and stuff playing like minor roles at the beginning of certain episodes or the end of certain things. Like, I don't want there to be too many characters because they've said, oh, that's why Legends isn't in there. It was like, well, then it'd be annoying if the Legends weren't there, but then you have those other 3 shows, you just have all the side characters there as well. It's just like, I'd rather some of the Legends be here than say like, you know, Felicity or Diggle or something like that. When is the Batwoman trailer coming out? Well, the Batwoman show doesn't start filming until next year, so the first thing we'll get with Batwoman would be like a picture of Ruby Rose stood up as Batwoman, which they might already have done or something, I don't know, but they should start filming that crossover in maybe like 6 to 8 weeks. Hard to tell when they're going to start doing it, to be completely honest, but it'll start filming hopefully like around the next 2 months. Season 3 of The Flash, your opinion? Good first 2/3, last third of it, pure poo. Like, just absolutely just killed itself. I don't know what it was doing there. Is Arrow Season 7 the last? It probably won't be the last. If it was, they would have said it at Comic-Con. I'm under the belief that now, if a show goes for around like 3 or more seasons, that's like a comic book show, they will announce at Comic-Con if it's their last season. The only way I think Arrow would get cancelled is if like this season has shocking ratings, like it has terrible ratings. That's the only way I can see it getting cancelled. But yeah. Batwoman, who's next? Jason Todd, Red Hood. Well, Jason Todd's going to be in Titans. Now, I don't know what role he's going to play, but we know he's in an episode, or at least one episode of Titans. What do you think of Renee, Dinah, Drake, and Curtis in Season 6? I found them annoying. Yeah, they're just like... They were afterthoughts almost. Like, they wrote the main story, and then they're like, oh, okay, we've got to include these characters in this episode. What should we do? Oh, let's copy that Marvel Civil War movie. Like, that's... I wasn't a big fan. I don't... The only... Funnily enough, and you might think this is, you know, pretty ironic because he was pretty annoying in other seasons, but Curtis was the least annoying out of those 3. I think the only thing you could say that was annoying about Curtis is that he was like always on like the fence. He was like sometimes with Felicity and then like, oh no, I'm with new team Arrow now. It's just like, make it your mind, mate. But yeah, Renee and Dinah were pretty annoying. Renee towards the end of the season was okay. I didn't mind Renee towards the end of the season, but you know, all of them towards the end of the season weren't too bad. But for the majority of it, they were pretty annoying and just hard to watch. Especially Dinah with that whole vigilante storyline. Wasn't a fan of that. Arrow barely averaged 1 million viewers last year. You got your information there wrong. Flash 2024. That's they'll be at like 1.2, 1.3. And then Legends was about 1.5. Arrow got, I think, on basically just over 1 million for one episode. That's because I won like Monday Night Football. No, there's like a football game on or like a basketball game on. And every other show took a break that week, apart from Arrow. And just like, well, you're the only show that was on apart from that sport, which is why people weren't on. Of course you're going to get crap ratings. Viviana, what are your thoughts on Killer Frost storyline this season? I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, we do have the casting of her father, which, you know, in the episode 6 is apparently called The Icicle Cometh. So, intrigued to see what they do there. But yeah, I think it's going to be one of the strongest storylines this season, and I'm looking forward to it because I think Caitlyn's been, well, backhanded by the writers a lot of the time. It's just like, why are they doing this? Like, they're really inconsistent with the story. So hopefully they actually buckle down and give Caitlyn the focus she needs with this story. And I'm just excited to see like all the origins and maybe what other meta-humans or whatever Caitlyn is that spawned from her getting her powers. Maybe there's other characters. Maybe Cicada's connected to it or something like that. Please change the thumbnail from another Viviana. I love the thumbnail. It's one of my favorite thumbnails I've ever made. The love heart emoji just really brings out that thumbnail. If Supernatural has run for over 14 years, Arrow will definitely get an 8th series. Yeah, that's insane. Like, Arrow would have to drop a lot in ratings for them to cancel it. Like, they'd have to drop it below 1 million. But as I said, they were around like 1.2, 1.3 last year. Do you think if Arrow ends up kill off Oliver? And I hate the idea of like them killing off. I hate like Logan did it, but Logan sort of like made sense. But then like in Dark Knight, they had to like kill off Batman in Gotham City so Bruce Wayne could go do his own thing. And I just hate the idea like the killing off of a superhero when it, like either a movie or a property ends. They can still be that superhero. It's just that we're leaving the story with them. You know what I mean? Like the way I would end Arrow is that like there's no major crime, like no big bads and stuff. It's just general crime. He's still Green Arrow, but he's maybe doing like Queen Incorporated and stuff like that. That's how I would do it. I don't like the idea of killing off villains. The same with like the heroes. Sorry, it's same with how people want Barry to like die. That's like the end of him. Like I'd rather not. I'd rather just it's just Barry still being the Flash. It's just that we're leaving him from there. Like there's no point in staying with the story if there's no more big bads to deal with. What's your favorite Flash season? Season 1. Season 2 I really like, but the ending is just a bit how you're going. It just ended a bit weird. That sort of took away some zing from it, if that makes sense. Would you want a Red Hood and the Outlaws show on the DCU? That would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. It'd be, yeah, maybe that. I guess you could maybe go, oh, it's similar to Titans. It's a team show, but then they're doing Doom Patrol as well. I'm intrigued to see what they do with the DC Universe streaming service, just to see like what other shows and like what characters they can bring to it. Do you still? Yeah. Okay. Well, people want me to quickly give my opinion on the KSI Logan fight. Look, the only fight I cared about in that thing was the Jake Paul Deji one because I don't like Deji. I just can't cop him. He's just got a really punchable face and I just don't like him. He's got an annoying voice, just triggers me whenever I see a video of his. So I was happy that he got beaten. Everyone was saying like, oh, Jake Paul struggled. And it's like, look, these aren't professional boxers. They're amateurs who have had a couple of months fighting experience. No one's going to knock out anyone. No one. There might be a TKO, which you know Jake Paul did, but no one's going to knock each other out. You know, they're not skilled enough unless the other person they're fighting is completely hopeless and just lets themselves get knocked out. Because you got to remember they're wearing the head guards and they're wearing the. I think they're wearing 12 mitts. They weren't wearing 16s, but I don't know if they're wearing 12s or 16s. If they're wearing 16s, it's basically impossible to knock someone out. If they're wearing 12s, then I guess they would have. But with the Logan Paul KSI fight. I've talked to 3 different people who, one is was a boxing coach. He hasn't done it for like 5 years. One does MMA, who does boxing and training, but doesn't know the scoring system, but he can generally, you know, pick out a round and stuff like that. And then I talked to my dad who knows some stuff about it as well. And I showed them all the fight. The boxing coach and my dad at the same time, and then my mate watched it separately. And they all said it's either a draw or Logan Paul won. They said the draw was probably the fair result, but they've said if you had to pick a winner, like if there was no draw allowed and they had to pick a winner, it would be Logan Paul. Because they said that Logan Paul won 3.5 rounds. He won 3 rounds fairly, and then like one of the rounds was like a split decision, and then KSI won 2 rounds. And they said that the commentators weren't calling shots correctly because when KSI did like hooks and stuff, he was clipping the top of Logan Paul's head, which don't count. But the commentators were saying, "Oh, JJ got it with KSI got him with the hook." And it's like that doesn't count, so they wouldn't have counted that as a actual registered hit. And same with jabs, they weren't getting jabs. So the whole thing's fake. That's the beginning. That thing to realize, the whole thing's fake. Like I put out a tweet, it's like they're obviously maybe not close friends, but they're obviously friendly behind closed doors, and this is a big business venture for them to make money, and they are making money. And you know, like if you think it's real, then a bit of a worry, but it's obviously fake. Sorry, what the hell? Okay, sorry, I just got like a random. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, we're going to move on. I just wanted to give... People kept asking, so I thought I'd just give my quick breakdown of it. They got 10 million each. I heard they got more from ad revenue and stuff like that. I've heard in total, like, it's like a ridiculous amount. Like, it's... the full money thing, like the full amount that they each got probably won't be revealed because it's hard to, like, estimate, but it's much more than a lot of people are predicting. What are my thoughts on Titans? I liked the trailer. The editing was a bit average, but I didn't mind the trailer. I thought the trailer was pretty good. And I'm looking forward to the show. Hopefully we get something else for it soon. Will we? I don't know. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through the chat. I might actually have to end the stream early in like 10 minutes, guys, because I've actually got to go meet someone about my car. I had a car incident tomorrow. I had a car incident yesterday, and the person's saying that they want to come over in 15 minutes. I might have to end the stream in 10 minutes, but they're going to text me in like 5 minutes, I think, to let me know 100%. So I might have to end the stream shortly. Hopefully I won't, but I'll let you know. Do you think Hawkman and Hawkgirl will ever reappear in the Arrowverse? I'd be very surprised if they did. I don't think they will. There's obviously, it's always open, but I'd be very surprised if they did. Doug with the $2. I want a Pagey vs DC TV show or Boba Talks fight. That probably won't happen, but you can dream, Doug. You can dream. Like, obviously, there's going to be like all like the different people asking for fights and all that in the next couple, well, the next probably week or something following the fight, but then leading up to that other fight as well. There'll probably be heaps of them as well. Will Titans be available on anything other than the streaming service outside of America? It might be available on Netflix. I heard early on that they were going to put it on Netflix, but they might have changed their minds. We'll have to wait and see. There hasn't been really anything about it being on Netflix since like it got that first announcement a while ago that it was going to probably be on there for countries outside of America or people outside of America. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, obviously. I've heard like that streaming service might not launch till the beginning of next year just because they're going to do beta testing. What are my thoughts on Legend of Tomorrow? I like it. I'm looking forward to Season 4. Obviously, Season 1 was a bit of an issue, but Season 2 and 3 have been good. Do you think Lena Luthor will turn bad this season? Maybe. Maybe like half-half. You know, sometimes she'll be bad, sometimes she'll be good. I don't know. It's hard to tell. So I've been inconsistent with her character. Thank you very much, Weekly, for the comment. Greatly appreciated. Pagey versus comic books versus the world. Not sure. I don't think I'd be able to. I think I'm a lot bigger than a lot of the other like people that do DC TV videos. I think I'd be too tall. Do you think the DC app will, like, I'm guessing the streaming service will last? I think it will. It just matters. They got to be consistent with it. They can't release like, because the thing that why Netflix works is that they might not have, 30 shows coming out a season. Now they do, but like at the beginning they didn't. They just had a consistent amounts coming out every now and then. So by the time, you could watch old shows and stuff, but like a new show would come out. So you'd have, for example, you have Orange is the New Black coming out, and then like maybe like a month, 6 weeks later, you'd have another show coming out that's all comes out at once and stuff like that. So you have all these different shows coming out that just keep you entertained. It's warranting you paying for that service because you can watch old movies, older TV shows and stuff like that, but then watch new stuff that's coming out that's Netflix exclusive. So the DC streaming service has to do that. They have to provide good old content for you to watch that, you know, you can rewatch and love. Obviously, it's going to have the comic book section on it as well. But then with their new shows, they have to release. That might be why they're delaying bringing it out, just so when Titans ends, there isn't a massive gap until like what Doom Patrol or something comes out. So that might be what they're doing there. We'll have to wait and see. When are we getting more trailers? We could literally get them one tomorrow, one later today, next couple of days, sometime this week. I'd be surprised if we didn't have just like a mixed trailer by some point this week. I'd be very shocked if we didn't. Because by the end of this week, last year, we would have had like 2 or 3 trailers. So yeah. For the crossover, do you think Superman should be the big bad on Red K? I'd rather Superman just be Superman. I think people would get triggered if he was the villain. Will the totems return on DC Legends? Probably not. I think just Zari will have her totem, and that's about it. Good night, Jake. Thank you for being in the stream for as long as you could. Did you see the Tag movie? I saw the trailers, I didn't actually see it. It's pretty rare I see a comedy movie in cinemas, to be completely honest. What is up with Apartment 4? Will we have that explained? Who knows, Tito? Who knows? It's a big question. It's a big mystery, obviously. No one knows what's going to happen there. But we could get it. It's hard to tell at this moment, though. I'll have to ring that. So, guys, I'm actually going to have to end the stream now. I'm sorry that I'm ending. Actually, we did get a donation through Streamlabs quickly. I will answer that before we end the thing. And that's coming from Vix once again. Very generous with the $30. Thank you very much. Flash Wars, do you think the Arrow will bring Arrow and the Black Canary together towards the end of the show? Good luck with the car. Hope you fix it. Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to sort out now. I think it might be fixed for probably a week, but hopefully it gets done fairly soon. I'd be very surprised if we saw anything with Arrow and Black Canary going forward. They are pretty, definite on Oliver and Felicity and stuff like that. But, you know, I think back in the day they probably would have, but obviously they changed their minds at some point going forward, which is pretty interesting. But, thank you very much for that, Vix. Thank you to everyone that joined the stream. Sorry I have to end it quick. I wasn't expecting to have to go, but this just sort of came out in the blue. I might stream tomorrow as well just to make up for it. But thank you everyone that tuned in. Thank you to everyone that super chatted or donated through Streamlabs. Greatly appreciated for supporting the channel. And yeah, if you have not checked out my most recent video, it's about the Flash movie. Go check it out. It's on my channel now. And yeah, I'll catch you later, guys, and goodbye.